greenhouse, 40 degrees and spitting rain. All nice thermostat controlled greenhouse. So today we're here to plant tomato seeds. Okay, we're here today to plant our tomato seeds. So we have our potting soil. This is a fine grade potting soil. We have our flats to plant these in. We'll fill those up. And the first thing we're going to do is take our potting soil, put it in our buckets, soak it to get it nice and moist, and then we'll fill our flats with it before we do the seeds. So let's get started. All right, now we've got our soil in our bucket. We're going to give it a nice soaking. It'll take about 15 minutes for the water to be soaked up. We'll mesh it around a little bit. Make sure it's moist enough to put in our flats. Alright, so we got all our potting medium nice and moist. Got all our flats laid out. So we're going to start slamming it into our trays and we'll get these full. The advantages we have when you're working in the greenhouse, you can just slop this stuff in and get it going. So an easy way to tap this down after you fill this up is just take the other tray and just put it right on top of it and just tap it down. You very easily can see where you've got this all nice and smooth on the top. So with that, we'll fill up the little blanks that we may have in some of the holes. We're ready to start the seeds.
These
are the early growth tomatoes. You can see how tiny these seeds are. We pour those out into our hand. So we've got to plant those. The key is to get one seed in each cell, and then you come back and press them down. And because they're tiny, it makes it a challenge when you got big hands like mine. So after we put the seeds in, we just come along and press them firmly into the soil, and you can see we give a little darker color on the seed, which means it's already starting to absorb the moisture from the soil. So we just kind of roll over just a touch of soil on top of them, and that way they'll have good contact with the soil and they'll be sprouting 8 to 10 days. We'll put them under the grow lights and we'll come back in a week and check on them. So once we have our tomatoes, go ahead, in our flats, we put them under our grow lights. We give them one more watering just to make sure they're watered in enough so they're set well in the flat. We'll come back and make sure they get watered lightly every day or every other day. We expect to have our seeds up in about 8 to 10 days. So this is second in our growing tomato series on sowing seeds. So if you liked our video on sowing seeds, give us a thumbs up and come back and see us real soon.